What up, guys? This is Radon Sports News. I got some good news for you guys today. You know what? Scratch that. I got some extreme news for you guys today. The XFL is making a comeback. And if you don't know what that stands for, it is the Extreme Football League. I am super stoked to have this league coming back. Now, it originally started in 2001. It lasted 1 year. It stopped because there was a lot of issues with basically the whole entire brand itself, and so they just stopped it. But now Vince McMahon's bringing it back. He invested a lot of money in it. It's reportedly going to be coming back in 2020. Now, there's going to be, other than them playing football and the name XFL, there is almost no similarities between the old XFL and the new XFL, according to one Vince McMahon. So he says that there's going to be less penalties than, and I believe that these are all compared to the NFL. That's where he's coming up with all these, it's less than, less than, less than. But he says that there's going to be less penalties, and for the players, there's going to be no criminals. You can't have a criminal background. If you're a player in the XFL, you cannot have one. So I'm sorry. Johnny Manziel says he wants to play. If that criminal record thing holds true, which I'm not so sure, because there's so many players they can bring in and make a huge impact, make a lot of money for them. So Johnny Manziel is one of those players. So I'm not sure. Obviously, Michael Vick, not sure. That's a criminal background. So whether or not they'll abolish that, I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Now, it is a 10-game season between 8 teams in the league. Now, we don't know those teams. I have heard that Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, Orlando, those are 3 possible destinations of teams. So I'm sure we'll learn later on. Now, he did put it off till 2020 because they do have to, of course, find the teams. They got to find the stadiums. They got to find the 40-man rosters. They got to get licensing. They got to get a whole bunch of stuff before, they can settle down and start this up. It's not the flick of a switch, here you go. That's not going to happen. What's also cool is that you will be able to hit in the XFL. In the NFL, when, back in the older days, a quarterback would throw the ball in the middle of the field, wide receiver would catch it, and he'd get blasted. And, that was football. That should still be football, but that's not the case in the NFL. Now it's a hit against a defenseless receiver, and you can't even touch half the players. And a lot of NFL players will vouch me saying that you can't even touch offensive players. In the XFL, you will be able to touch offensive players. No worries. Apparently, the games will also be faster, so I'm sure that they're just knocking off time. It's not going to be so long, so that's cool. Now, there's a lot of cool players they can end up bringing in. I heard that Vince McMahon would love to have Tim Tebow as one of the quarterbacks. And for right now, he is in the Mets organization. He got a call up to spring training, but that's 2018. If it doesn't work out by 2020, he could become a starting quarterback. And I'm sure we will learn if he is an MLB player by 2020. So we may see him in an XFL uniform, which would be really cool. Now, there's a lot of players that can end up bringing in. T.O. says he wants to come back and play football. Whether he would join the XFL, I don't know. It's up to him. But what the XFL is going to bring, it's going to bring a lot of opportunities for guys that, say, are on a practice squad. They actually want to play football. Or guys that were playing in the preseason for a team and they got cut, so you know what? Sign with the XFL. Guys that are too old and they still want to play football. Sign with the XFL. This is a great opportunity for a lot of people. And I think it's extremely cool that they're going to bring this back, and I think it will be successful the second time around, being that there's so many people that love the game of football more than they did, 18 years ago. I just think it's a much bigger market, lot more media attention, so this could end up blowing up, and I'd love to see that happen. Now, also other players. What about Vince Young? Maybe he'll make a comeback. Jamarcus Russell, Trent Richardson. I know I've actually seen a couple things about Herschel Walker. Now he's very old, but he looks jacked, so maybe he'll come back. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bringing back a lot of the older names, a lot of the bigger names that just can't do it in the NFL. Look at all the XFL. Make it a lot of fun. I'm very excited for this, and that's really it. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment below of players that you would like to see in the XFL. I want to see what you guys have to say. Pretty cool. And as always, right on, brother. We'll see you.